Bella Vista Community Television presents Bella Vista and Beyond. Today, our host is J.B. Portillo, and we will be talking about building trails and trail maps and 37 North expeditions. And now to the studio for the program.
Hey there, everybody. Good morning, Bella Vista, and happy St. Patrick's Day. Green. I hope you have your green on. I can always get by with it because I happen to have green eyes, or at least that's the excuse I use. I have two incredible guests today. The very first one is a friend of mine. I guess we're friends,
Yes,
right,
ma'am.
Austin?
I'd call it that.
I met Austin on Tweety Bird Trail, and I was absolutely amazed by him and everything he believes in, so I want you to know him as well. Austin,
Yes, ma'am.
tell me about you. Where'd you come from? Why are you here?
So I'll give you the short story. But
Okay.
I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana, born and raised. My wife and I have kind of enjoyed coming up here to bike and kayak and stuff, but we do that stuff back home, and we decided to make the move up here about 4 months ago. And so I took a trail building job, which was what I was doing as a hobby on the side back home. I was actually installing window coverings for people and installing mirrors and stuff for interior decorators back home. So completely different job than,
Yes.
than I had been paid for in the past. But we just enjoy being outside, prefer it to TV and everything, and wanted to be somewhere where the outdoors was a lot more easily accessible. And so up here we just, we're looking forward to being part of a community that's focused more on that. It's
Yeah.
exciting. So.
It's really great when you can work at something that is your passion.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
And it's not even something I ever really was like, I need a job that I'm, super passionate about. I'm more just accepting that I have to work at first, but to find a job trail building was, it's been very cool. I enjoy it. It's been very rewarding. So.
Okay, so then you have a company.
Yes, ma'am. So my hobby on the side that hopefully takes over one day is actually making trail maps on bandanas.
Gotcha.
So kayaking the Buffalo, my friends and I had a paper map the first year, got it wet, laminated it the second year, and it was hard to stick in your pack and everything. And about the third year we were kayaking the Buffalo, we came up with just having it printed on fabric, and it worked perfectly. So.
Well, we're going to look at a few of those later, but you know what? I want to talk about the day we met on Tweety Bird Trail.
Yes, ma'am.
The master naturalists are big. They're in every state, but here in Arkansas, Northwest Arkansas actually has about 800 members, and about half of them are here in Northwest Arkansas.
Wow.
So that day, I was out on Tweety Bird, and really I was there to look at a discovery in the middle. Tweety Bird is kind of one of those long, narrow things, about 1.7 miles.
It's 1.8. You want
Somewhere
down
along
and
there?
back to the parking lot.
Yeah, so it's a loop, and we knew that people like you were going to go in there and widen it, make it more accessible to people like that. But
Yes,
my
ma'am.
friend Michael and I discovered about 100 tires. I mean, white walls, how long has that been? Tractor tires?
No telling when they were dropped off there.
I tell you. So anyway, I was there to look at that, and you were there.
Yes, ma'am.
You were working hard, and I was so impressed with you, and here's why. Because I'm a master naturalist, first of all, you're incredibly polite. You were working, and I was probably bothering you, but you didn't make me
No, ma'am.
feel that
Yes,
way.
ma'am.
And you took me back up a trail to this great little, I guess it was an old cellar?
I believe it's probably a storm cellar that was under a house at some point.
Yeah, and told me all about that.
Yeah.
And then what are those little things on the way up to Tweety Bird, up there, the little ring
So
of
there's
people?
4 little monkeys. I think they're orange, pink, blue, and purple, and they're sitting around a little mock-up campfire. I guess an art installment that someone dropped off at some point. I think it's very cool.
It's totally cool. And then we walked up to that cellar, And here's where I just thought I like this guy a lot, because we were talking about the fact that our next step was going to be getting rid of invasive species. And you're like, I'm doing that.
Yeah, as
I've
much
already
as
been
they'll
doing
let me
that.
on the side, I mean, we're focused on the actual tread of the trail and, of course, just re-innovating the trail.
Yeah.
But our job is also blending on the side, so I'd, having kind of done it as a hobby back home, fixing up trails, I'd clip the vines and
Yeah.
get rid of the invasive species, and you find flowers out in the woods from some old house, and you spread them out a little more and stuff like that. And so we had actually broken apart groups of bulbs and made them in a row up to the storm shelter.
I know you did.
Right
and
before you got there. Yes, ma'am.
that was so sweet. Have you been back to see how are they blooming or
They
anything?
are blooming. So it's
Oh.
I'm not sure what type of flowers they are, but it's the yellow flowers that you see coming up
Daffodil.
everywhere here.
Daffodil.
And man, they're all over the woods. It's just noticing them and helping them spread. So.
And you know that was an old homestead, because daffodils are not native to the
Right.
woods.
Anywhere you find them, you basically can imagine there was probably a house there at one point.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Well, anyway, I am so glad to know that there's still, especially young folks like you, that are out there and still love this, and you're passionate about the woods.
Yes, ma'am.
So I know they moved you kind of off Tweety Bird a little bit. What have you been doing since then?
So about a week ago, we switched to the Slaughter Pen trail system, and we are right near Seed Tick Trail. That's the name of one of the trails. It's connecting to All American, and we're refinishing a little piece of that All American, smoother and wider with better drainage. Is just being re-innovated. So
That's great.
That way it'll be. I think they want that green trail to be more accessible to younger kids and maybe the three-wheel bikes and stuff.
Right. Speaking of Slaughter Pen, this is a nice segue. When I met you, you showed me your little business on the side, and I got from you, fact is I had to put together pennies out of the car to have enough change, but I did it. And this was one of the, here, can you see that? That is a map of Slaughter Pen.
Yes,
on
ma'am.
a bandana.
It's got Kohler Preserve Trail System on the right and Slaughter Pen on the left. Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. And
isn't that the coolest thing? Because, I mean, you can use this thing to keep the dust and everything away, to wipe your brow, and still find out where you are.
correct. I've been doing all of the above, and every once in a while bump into someone who's lost out there and end up taking it off and saying, "Oh, you're here," and
Aw.
and you're looking to be here. you know,
Yeah,
it's,
that's fabulous. So tell me, I think you brought some of your designs today, and
Yes,
you're
ma'am.
making designs of the Bella Vista trails?
I don't have any on me of the Bella Vista
Right.
trails. I've got some past ones I did before making the move up here. So a few from Louisiana. Just I'm grew up always in an art class, and so switching to the computer and learning Photoshop, these are some of my first just colorways and renditions, and trying to figure out how to actually make a color gradient on the topography. I don't know how well they're showing up creased, but it's just kind of pieces of art and a map at the same time. The concept is, it's still a little, I'm still roughing it out, but
I like the dark green. Did I see a blue in there somewhere?
yes. So this blue is it's kind of the water in the river.
Oh,
One of the
yeah,
trails. One of the
yeah.
trails I was rehabbing in Shreveport was just a real small trail, so it's actually more zoomed
Yes.
in,
Yes.
and it's just the river, and I just kind of painted water, and it's kind of just been an idea that's building along with the company. So the artistic rendering of them is I plan on that growing with the idea.
So where can people get these?
We have a website that's outdoormountainadventures.com, and we have Instagram that has some links to it that's at Outdoor Mountain Adventures. Also, locally, there's Happy State Co., and I have saved their address, but also the Bentonville Mercantile.
And those are both hard.
Yes, ma'am. They're brick and mortar
Brick and mortar
stores,
stores,
and
okay.
they're available for. It was $25, and just a few days ago, I'm always trying to make everything better and try to get better production and everything. So we've been able to bump them down to 20 in the last week. So
Okay.
hopefully, from here on out, it just continues to be produced cheaper and cheaper to be more accessible to people, and also to get them out there, because the point's to get people out on the trails.
On the trails.
And get more, some confidence and not getting lost.
I understand. I believe in destiny and things that are supposed to happen. There's no such thing as a coincidence. So I'm so grateful to have met you.
Same, likewise.
Yeah?
And I didn't know about the Master Naturalist, so that was great to know. I mean, I'm basically doing that same type of stuff. So it's...
Well, eventually, when you have time,
Yes,
you need to join us.
I would like to.
Yeah.
I would enjoy that very much.
Well, thank you for being with me today.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. Okay, I think we're going to take a little bit of a break right now because I have another exciting person to introduce you to. So go out and try to find some of these wonderful things and tell people about it. See you
We
later.
will be right back. Stay tuned. Well, welcome back. Here is our host, J.B. Portillo, and you are watching Bella Vista and Beyond.
Hey, thank you, Bill. We appreciate you too being our fabulous announcer. As promised, I have yet another incredible guest because that's the only kind I have. I just want you to know that. But I'm always exploring about what's going on around here, and I discovered the other day a young man who has a fabulous adventure company that we're going to talk about in just a minute. And his name is Danny Collins. Hey, welcome.
Well, thank you so much for having me. Yeah, super exciting. Spring in the Ozarks is perfect, so it's the perfect time to get excited about the outdoors.
That's right. So now tell us about you.
Yeah.
Where are you? You're actually in Springfield, aren't you?
No, we're actually in Bentonville.
Oh.
Yeah, but I guess a little bit. I grew up in this area, ended up going to Springfield for college, moved out to New York City and did the whole corporate world. And to be honest, that's when my whole guiding experience started as, Ozarkian boy needing to get out of the big city, and started guiding, led some really exciting stuff, even things like Kilimanjaro summits in Africa and some Machu Picchu treks. And long story short, about 4 years of doing that, I actually took a job with National Geographic, and so I was working as the expedition manager at one of their unique lodges of the world down in South America for some time.
See, I told you. I discovered these incredible people. I did not know that. So we're going to talk a lot more later. I've been to a lot of those places.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you started this company here, and tell us about the name,
Yeah.
what you do.
Yeah, so like I said, I moved back. Unfortunately, when my father was diagnosed with terminal cancer, we moved back pretty quickly and started the company. And 37 North Expeditions is we call ourselves a full-service guiding company. We host elevated outdoor experiences, but really what we're doing is we're trying to make it extremely simple and convenient to get outside and to explore this amazing backyard we have, and to in turn kind of combat this mental and physical health crisis that everybody's in the middle of. And so using the outdoors to meet other people and breathe fresh air, and to see how beautiful the Ozarks really are, because I think a lot of people don't realize the amazing places we have right
Well,
in
they
our
don't
backyard.
because they're doing this,
Yeah.
or they're
yeah.
watching TV.
Or thinking about the next trip to Colorado or something like that, and kind of just overlooking what we have here.
That's
so,
right.
so that's.
So what is an elevated experience? What does that mean?
Yeah, by that what we mean, and this is something that comes from my time at National Geographic, where if you fine tune those details and take all the the logistics away and make it simple and convenient, more beginners and more people feel confident taking on different outdoor experiences. So by elevate, I mean we literally handle transportation. We pick you up in Bentonville. We go and do a hike in Ponca, or we go and float the Illinois River or the Elk River or any of these surrounding rivers. We do bike trips, any of those, but we handle the lunches and we bring you back. You don't need to know anything except when to show up and be ready for an experience where everything's handled for you. So
All
that's
right,
kind of
so
what
let's
that
talk
means.
about the one I'm going to do on Saturday.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this goat hike.
Everybody loves goats.
Yes.
So, yeah, this is a unique one. We are partnering with a group. They're called the Snake Mountain Pack Goats. It's an amazing nonprofit that works with PTSD, and we essentially are just taking 15 of you, and we're doing a hike, and the goats are going to be there to, carry your stuff if you want, but more importantly, take selfies with you. And so we're just going to literally be about 15 people and about 10 goats just hiking a trail down close to Devil's Den, and then we'll stop like we do very often at a winery on the way back, so for some social time and some refreshing drinks.
The goats don't go to the winery.
The goats do not go to the winery.
No, I can't
No.
imagine that. But they're so cute.
They
You know,
are.
you're right, everybody loves goats, and there's a lot of the goats here that you can actually rent a herd of goats to go in. I think you might have heard earlier, I'm a master naturalist, so we do a lot of things outdoors like that, and I know you can rent these goats to come and clear your land for you. They eat poison ivy.
Yeah, they're incredible. They're incredible. I'm from a small town just north in Missouri, and yeah, we've seen the power of the goats.
So you're picking us, like you're picking me up in Bentonville, but also some folks in Fayetteville, and we got like a bus, or what are we doing?
Convenience is the name of the game, right? So we
Yes.
have pickup locations in Bentonville and Fayetteville and in Springfield, Missouri for random different trips. We have trips every Saturday and every Sunday, 12 months a year.
Okay.
Different trips all the time. And yeah, we pick you up, we have a fleet of 15 passenger vans and trailers for the equipment. So very nice, comfortable vans. And yeah, just kind of, again, once you get in that van, the experience starts. It's not when we get to the trail, it's once you get in the van and start meeting the other people that are, about to have this experience with you.
Yes, yes. There's another one that I'm going to do with you. I know you do a lot of different things, and I want you, what I'm hoping is we will flash up here on the screen in a few minutes, contact information and all of that. But I want to know a little more about this. What is it, a women's wellness glamping? What is this?
Yeah, lots of keywords there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a full weekend we do. So again, we do lots of full day trips, right? Just Saturdays and Sundays. We do lots of programming at places like Kohler, and we're even talking to Bella Vista and Joan and some people here.
Good.
But we also do some, overnight big retreats, and that's what you're talking about there. And that's a 2-night, pretty much 3-day, full-on again, all the logistics are handled, so including meals. And it is just a wellness retreat where we're glamping, and it's a perfect time of year to be intense, but they have electricity and air beds, so you'll be comfortable. And it's just all about wellness, so lots of meditation, actually yoga practices, some kind of sound walks, and just enjoying being together and disconnecting. As you said, disconnecting from your phones and the technology for a full weekend of refreshment. So, yeah, and we do other retreats that are, more combined sports. We are doing next week, and we're doing a backpacking, introducing to backpacking. We do bike packing experiences. And then we also do tons of private stuff too. So team outings, to tourism, lots of groups coming in from St. Louis and Kansas City and Chicago, Dallas, and kind of showing them the best of the Ozarks, and not just, I think the special thing about that is the biking's amazing, but all the outdoor experiences are amazing. So multi-sport options.
So did I understand you to say that, like let's say a corporate group could hire you to plan a retreat or something for their company?
Exactly, yeah. We do tons of private stuff. And that's from, half day to full day to overnight, weekends, or even multi-day during the week. And so we have packages for those up on our website that people can see, 37northexpeditions.com. But then we also have, we really can just customize anything for you and your group.
Yeah.
So, yeah, whether it's, like I said, we do lots of biking, we do fly fishing, tons of canoeing and kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding in the warm months, and then of course just tons of hiking, even through the winter. It's a fantastic place to hike 12 months a year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, is there anything else you'd like to share before we sign off today?
No, I think really we covered a lot. I mean, this thing that we're making this special is that we're just trying to make the outdoors accessible for all. And that's really important for us, that we love our greenways, we love our trail systems that are here in our backyard, but there are so many other places if you want a little bit of an elevated experience to just get a little further out, and then we'll handle all those logistics for you. And If we have it, great. If we don't, we can customize something for you. So visit our website.
One more time, say the name of your company and your contact information so that
Yeah,
people can
we
get
have an
involved.
amazing website that truly has all sorts of details on every single trip, so you can really feel comfortable what you're getting yourself into, and that's 37northexpeditions.com. That's 37 north spelled out, expeditions spelled out.com. And then we also have put everything on our Facebook. So we have a great presence on Instagram as well, but Facebook is kind of where we have events for everything that we have. And if you reach out on any of those platforms, you'll get me. So please reach out with any questions and let us try to show you how amazing the Ozarks Outdoor is.
I forgot to ask you, where'd the 37 come from?
Yeah. It's any guesses?
You probably have 37 different ones, or
That's
I don't know.
That's actually a good guess, but no. It's the latitude of the Ozarks.
Of course it is.
Yeah, so kind of back to that map, full
Yes.
circle back to the mapping discussion, but
Yes.
yeah, the latitude of the Ozarks. So.
Well, I hope I made a connection for you today with Austin, because I think the two of you have so much in common.
It's a special place that we
Yeah.
live with a lot of
Yeah.
really cool people doing a lot of cool stuff. So
Yes.
it's a amazing amount of healthy outdoor options for our community. Yeah.
So are you
No
going to
doubt.
be there Saturday?
I personally am not. My wife and I are having our first baby on Tuesday, so I'm kind of. This was even a lot for me to get out right now. So
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. This is amazing, but
Okay.
I will not. So, but it is fantastic, and that's something I get to speak to. We got 26 guides that lead trips for us, and the one you have on Saturday, she is fantastic. So you're in, honestly, I will say this, better hands than even me with her. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being my guest. And like I said, anytime you want to come back, I think it might be fun sometime if we could get a crew together to maybe, film some of that.
Please, yeah, it's special. It really is a special. The Ozarks is overlooked. From right now, it's just unbelievable waterfalls to. We are really kind of on the crisp of some amazing float trip and kayaking and stand-up paddleboarding. So yeah, I'd love to bring you guys out and get some, show you guys the ropes. And thank you so much for having me.
You bet, you
Yeah.
bet. All right, well, Bella Vista, I think we've done it again. I hope you've enjoyed today. So please go out and watch this on YouTube. You can watch it on cable as well, but YouTube is really what we're all about. Please subscribe to our channel. And what we can promise you is even more exciting guests coming up. There are 4 of us that are different hosts, different times, and we're getting more and more to where we're going outside the studio instead of just talking to you from here. So until next month, have a good one.
Remember, you can see this program on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at various times. You may also see this program on YouTube.com by going to Bella Vista TV. This has been a presentation of Bella Vista Community Television. Thank you for joining us.